What's up, hockey fans? Welcome back to another video from Triple Deke Hockey. In this video, we're going to continue our series of the best players to wear every jersey number. In this video, we'll go through jersey numbers 21 through 40. Don't forget to go back and look at our last video that includes numbers 00 through 20. As you know, some numbers are much more popular than others, so choosing the best player isn't easy, but for some of them it's a piece of cake. Before we get started, don't forget to click that subscribe button and like, comment, and give us a follow on here and social media. Starting off our list is number 21, Stan Mikita. There were a couple other good choices in Guy Carbonneau and Peter Forsberg, but when you're the Blackhawks' all-time leading scorer, you win. Mikita scored 1,467 points over his 21 NHL seasons and is generally regarded as the best center to play in the 1960s. In 1961, Mikita became the first Slovak-born player to win the Stanley Cup. Mikita was also one of the first players to use a curved hockey stick. The story goes that while he was hopping on the ice for practice one day, the stick got caught in the bench door, bending the blade. Soon he was borrowing the trainer's propane torch to create a curve on his stick. Mikita is one of the main reasons why there are rules in the NHL today about blade curves. At number 22, we have Mike Bossy, the greatest goal scorer of his generation. He scored goals at a crazy pace during his 10-year career with the New York Islanders and was an instrumental part of their 4-year championship run in the early 1980s. Bossy won the Calder Memorial Trophy as the top rookie in 1978, scoring 53 goals, and then won the Conn Smythe in the 1982 Stanley Cup playoffs. He also led the league in goals 2 other times and finished second 3 other times. Bossy was also the second player to score 50 goals in 50 games and was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1991, having totaled 573 goals in his short career. For jersey 23, we have Bob Gainey. Gainey was the best defensive forward of the late 1970s, winning the Selke Trophy 4 years in a row from 1978 to 1981. Gainey spent his entire career playing for the Montreal Canadiens, also winning 4 Stanley Cup Championships from 76 to 79. In total, Gainey scored just over 500 career points and was elected into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1992. Chris Chelios is another player whose resume sets him apart from the competition. He holds the record for longest career among defensemen, having played 26 seasons while also winning 3 Norris Trophies and 3 Stanley Cups, 1 with Montreal and 2 with Detroit. Chelios finished his incredibly long career having played for Montreal, Chicago, Detroit, and the Atlanta Thrashers. When he suited up for Atlanta, he became the oldest active NHL player and second oldest player ever, and is the former record holder for games played by a defenseman, while also holding the record for most playoff games played. Chelios was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2013 after he finally retired. Number 25 features a bunch of really good players but no great ones. Because of that, we're choosing Joe Nieuwendyk for our jersey 25. Nieuwendyk was drafted in 1985 and played 20 seasons in the NHL for 5 different teams. He has the distinction of being only one of 11 players to win the Stanley Cup with 3 different teams, winning with Calgary, Dallas, and New Jersey. Nieuwendyk also won a gold medal for Team Canada at the 2002 Olympics, Calder Trophy as Rookie of the Year in 1988, Conn Smythe in 1999, and finished with 564 goals and 562 assists before entering the Hall of Fame in 2014. There was some strong competition at number 26 with Patrick Elias and Martin St. Louis, but Peter Stastny and his 1,239 points gets the nod here. Stastny played in the NHL from 1980 to 1995 and finished as the second highest scorer of the 1980s, behind only Wayne Gretzky. Stastny played for the Quebec Nordiques, New Jersey Devils, and St. Louis Blues over his career and currently ranks 34th all-time in NHL history for points scored. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998. For those of you that don't know, Scott Niedermayer has won a lot of trophies, and he's our pick for number 27. Niedermayer played 18 seasons in the NHL and appeared in over 1,000 games for the Ducks and the Devils. He's a 4-time Stanley Cup champion and won the Norris Trophy and Conn Smythe Trophy in 2007. He's a member of the elusive Triple Gold Club, having won the Stanley Cup, World Championship, and Olympic gold medal, which he has done that twice. On top of all of this, he was also part of the championship teams in the 1991 World Junior Championship and 2002 World Cup of Hockey. Regarded as one of the top defensemen in NHL history, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2013. Before Phil Kessel and Patrick Marleau were the Iron Men of the NHL, that distinction belonged to Steve Larmer, who is our choice for number 28. From 1982 to 1993, Larmer played in 884 consecutive games for the Blackhawks, an NHL record for most consecutive games played with one team. Larmer had a chance to break the record, but a contract dispute ended his streak. Larmer received Selke votes 5 different times, but he never won the award and was part of the 1994 Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers team. There are a couple of current players that are potentially deserving of number 29, like Marc-Andre Fleury and Nathan MacKinnon, but we're giving the 29 sweater to Ken Dryden. Dryden won 6 Stanley Cup titles and even won the Conn Smythe Trophy and Stanley Cup before being credited with a regular season loss. After his Conn Smythe winning playoff run, his next season saw him win the Calder Trophy. He had a very short career though, playing only 7 seasons, but won the Vezina Trophy 5 times and finished with 258 career wins. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1983, and his number 29 was retired by the Canadiens in 2007. Number 30 has some pretty good competition for the top spot, but it has to go to Martin Brodeur. Brodeur stands as the all-time leader in wins, shutouts, saves, and games played by a goalie. He played 22 seasons in the NHL and also won 3 Stanley Cup Championships and 4 Vezina Trophies as league's top goalie. He won 2 Olympic gold medals with Team Canada in 2002 and 2010, as well as a few other medals during international competition. He won 30 games for 12 straight seasons and is the only goalie with 8 40-win seasons. Oh, and he also is one of 12 goalies to score a goal, but he did that 3 times. He was also elected into the NHL Hall of Fame in 2018. Have fun trying to top all of that. You could definitely make the argument for Grant Fuhr or Billy Smith, but we're going with Carey Price at 31. Price has been arguably the best goalie since his debut in 2007, highlighted by his 2014-15 season that earned him the Hart and Vezina trophies. He was so dominant in 2015, he won the Ted Lindsay Award, William M. Jennings Trophy, Vezina, and Hart, becoming the first goalie to win all 4 in the same year. In 2021, Price carried the Canadiens to their first Stanley Cup Finals berth since 1993, losing to Tampa Bay. He's also won numerous Olympic medals, including the 2014 Winter Olympic gold medal in Sochi. At 32, Dale Hunter gets the nod. Honestly, to know Dale Hunter is to look at these 2 stats: 1,020 points and a whopping 3,565 penalty minutes. He could score and he played rough, and just barely edged out Claude Lemieux for the top spot here. Hunter played for the Nordiques, Capitals, and Avalanche over the course of 20 years and holds the record for most penalty minutes in the playoffs. He's the only player in history to score 1,000 points and rack up over 3,000 penalty minutes. Number 33 has some pretty good players in Henrik Sedin and Zdeno Chara, but they don't compare to our choice, Patrick Waugh. Waugh revolutionized the butterfly style of goaltending, along with winning 4 Stanley Cup titles, 3 Conn Smythes, and Vezina trophies. He also is the only player to win the Conn Smythe Trophy for 2 different teams. Waugh played for 19 years, 11 with Montreal and 8 for Colorado, winning 2 cups each. In 2004, a panel and fan vote selected him as the greatest goaltender in NHL history and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2006. For the young folks watching this video, most of you would assume that we would pick Austin Matthews at number 34, and honestly, it's probably only a matter of time until he holds this spot. But until then, we're going with the Beezer, John Van Beesbroek. Over the course of his 20-year career, the Beezer played for 5 different teams and won a Vezina Trophy with the Rangers. After spending 11 years in New York, he was selected by the Florida Panthers in the expansion draft, where he helped lead them to their only Stanley Cup Finals appearance. He also played internationally for Team USA a few times and finished his career with an impressive 374 wins. Tony Esposito gets the nod for number 35. He's the only Hall of Famer to wear the number, so it only makes sense, right? Esposito played 16 seasons in the NHL, mostly for the Blackhawks. He won the Vezina Trophy 3 times and won the Calder Trophy in 1970 when he recorded an incredible 15 shutouts. He was also runner-up for the Hart Trophy that year. Esposito won a Stanley Cup with Montreal in 1969, but didn't play a huge part on that team. This one will be pretty quick, and a nod to Matt Zuccarello, but Matthew Barnaby gets the jersey for number 36. Most people probably know him for his fighting and enforcement style of play, but he finished his career with over 300 points along with a whopping 2,562 penalty minutes. Patrice Bergeron has become probably the best two-way player in the game today, and one of the best ever. As you likely know, Bergeron is the current captain of the Boston Bruins and is in his 18th season in the NHL. Bergeron has won 5 Selke trophies and a Stanley Cup with Boston, along with being a member of the Triple Gold Club. He's also won numerous medals internationally, playing for Team Canada. Bergeron also just recorded his 1,000th career point. Number 38 doesn't have any elite players to choose from, but has a few really good players. The late Pavel Demitra is our choice for 38. Demitra scored 304 goals in his NHL career, spanning across 16 seasons in 5 different teams, where he was a 30-goal scorer 3 different times and won a Lady Byng Award in 2000. After his playing career in the NHL, he signed with Lokomotiv of the KHL and was sadly part of the plane crash that involved most of the team in 2011. Dominik Hasek is the easy choice for number 39. Hasek played in the NHL for 16 years for 4 different teams and became one of the best goalies ever. His nickname is the Dominator for a reason, a 2-time Stanley Cup champion and 6-time Vezina Trophy winner. He also won 2 consecutive Hart Trophies as league MVP and led the Czech hockey team to a gold medal in the 1998 Winter Olympics. Hasek was best known for his distinct style of play, and some called him a flopper, but whatever, it worked. He still holds the highest career save percentage and 7th all-time in goals against average. Not too bad for a flopper, right? And we have another easy choice here at number 40. Henrik Zetterberg spent his entire 15-year career in Detroit, scoring 960 points and winning the Conn Smythe and Stanley Cup in 2008. Bursting onto the scene as a rookie, he finished second in Calder voting in 2003, won gold medals in the 2006 World Championships and Winter Olympics for Sweden. After his Stanley Cup win, he became a member of the elusive Triple Gold Club. He also served as team captain for the Red Wings during the final 6 years of his career. And there you have it, hockey fans, the second part of our Best Players by Jersey Number series, this time for numbers 21 through 40. Make sure to give us a like and a follow and let us know in the comments below which numbers you may or may not agree with. Also, be on the lookout for the next part, which will include numbers 41 through 60. And remember, it's a great day for hockey.